Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So a little fun fact about me, I've actually never tried Dose of Color product. I've always wanted to for like ever since I first heard of them like 5 or 6 years ago. But today I finally am, and I decided to try out the iluvsarahii / Dose of Colors collab. And I am super excited to dig into these, so let's get started. So firstly, I want to mess around with the palette, and let's first talk about just little facts about it. So first off, how adorable is this packaging? I love these leaves that I will never remember the name for, but I actually have some in my background. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I love the packaging. It is so totally summer, and especially the blush pink. So cute. But anywho, this retails for $35. It comes with 6 different shades, and I actually got a bad palette. Mine came, the blue color was shattered, but yeah, it's basically all over the colors. So honestly, after filming this video, I think I'm gonna go and exchange it for a different one because this blue is just deteriorating. It's getting everywhere. It's a mess, and I try to kind of clean it up, and it's just, I don't know, it's just everywhere. It's like it got all over my table. It's a mess. There are 4 glittery shimmery colors and 2 matte colors. The names are on the back. I don't really know like if they're directly back to back or like which order I'm reading them in. That's honestly confusing. I wish they would just like put the names in the front because I don't know which color is which. But I'll probably just have to, as I'm going along, I'll just read out the different colors to you guys, because I have no clue which one goes to which from just looking at the back. But just by looking at the colors, like first off, I love the color selection. I think it's really nice that she put in 2 of these really basic, like everyday matte shades, because let's be honest, we can't really do a really good look, without these like neutral warmed tones. So it's nice that you don't have to rely on a different palette and constantly like have to be able to reach back and get something else. So I like that. I like that you can just go and have a whole look and not have to be like, dang, I wish there was just something I can blend out with. I also love that there's these like 2 bold statement colors, because like these I would consider like kind of typical colors because they're nice for highlights, for like center of the eye, for tear ducts. These are perfect. But these are like, they're just like so intense and like, whoa, I don't know. I just love these colors. Now I'll be honest, I probably won't use the blue that often. I'm just not that bold. The black though is stunning. Like, oh my gosh, this one I'm actually super excited for, because I think you can even put it on like a wing liner and have like a glitter wing, or just like a smoky glittery eye. I think that would be so gorgeous. But other than that, I'm gonna try to use all of them today. Hopefully that won't be a disaster. But I am a huge believer in trying everything in the palette, because if you only do 2 or 3 shades, it's not really fair because you're paying for the full palette, not just 3 of the colors. Okay, so I'm starting with a basic fluffy e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm gonna go into Loungy. It is this peachy light matte color, and I'm gonna go right into the crease and pretty much bring it all over the lid. It is kind of being a little chalky though. That's the first thing I'm noticing. Like, I'm not really digging too much, and it's already a whole bunch of fallout. So that kind of sucks considering I barely touched it. It is a very light, almost like a blush tone, which is actually really pretty if you want to wear it by itself. I actually really like that. Color blended up pretty nicely. I did have to build it up, so I wouldn't say it's crazy concentrated. For like a matte shade, I've definitely tried way more pigmented colors. I do have fallout on my cheeks. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like right there. So like, kind of sucks. Like I said, when I dipped in just initially to the pan, I had a whole bunch of pickups, so that was kind of a giveaway that this was a dry color. Okay, for the next color, I'm gonna pick a brush from Beauty Accents, and it's like a more flatter dome-shaped duo fiber brush. And I'm gonna go into the color Wonderlust, and it is this matte burnt orange brown color. And I'm going to concentrate it right at the corner crease and pretty much deepen up my crease. It's definitely a lot more pigmented than the peachy one. So I don't know if that's because it is just darker and maybe that's why the peachy one didn't come off that bold. So I'm blending it out into my crease and bringing it towards the center of the lid ever so slightly. And I'm also kind of like bringing it up towards my brows, but not concentrating it. Then I just want it to blend in very well together. I'm also gonna put some right in my tear duct. And again, I'm blending it towards the center of me eye. I'm blending it towards the center of my eye. So for the next color, I'm gonna go into Sun Glow, and it is this antique gold metallic-y shade. Super gorgeous. I think this is like a traditional gold where you just can't go wrong with putting it in the center of your lid, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I'm not doing any cut crease, I'm just going straight up in there. And I'm using a flat, just angled brush. But right off the bat, I wouldn't say it's the most like metallic-y gold I've seen. It's definitely a very pretty color, but I'm gonna actually use my finger because a lot of times metallic-y colors come off way better when you just put it straight on in without any brush. Sometimes the brushes kind of like thin out the metallic-y color. Oh yeah, that is so much more concentrated. So I would probably, yeah, use my finger for these metallic-y shades. It just kind of puts in way more pigment and you see way more of this bronzy gold instead of just like a shimmer, if that makes sense. So this one actually doesn't have that much fallout at all. And also the Wonderlust also didn't have any fallout. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Fingers Keepers, which is, I think, such a cute, adorable name. And I'm gonna use my fingers, try to dab some right at the edges of my eye to create like a smoky effect. I'm going in with my fingers since the other metallic color picked up better with fingers, so I'm just thinking that they're on the same page, but we'll see. It's kind of blotchy looking. Maybe I should use, I'm gonna grab that same flat brush and probably go in with the brush first because this one is kind of struggling, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna bring this color up towards the center, but not like just the side of the center so they blend in with the gold. I will go back probably towards the end and add a little more gold on top so it blends in more like evenly and stuff. But right now, all I'm gonna do is just build up that black. I'm gonna go back to Wonderlust and really build up so like the black and Wonderlust pretty much, it looks like they merge out from one another. So there's not like a solid line. And I'm also gonna bring Wonderlust towards the bottom and pull it towards the center of my bottom lashes. But I don't know if you can see, but as soon as I would start blending any other color on top, the black just like picks up and goes away. It like basically is so blotchy. Black was honestly the most exciting color for me because I've never seen such a like iridescent black shade. It was so stunning, but at this point, it's only glittery in the palette. As soon as it touches your skin, gone. All right, so for the next color, I'm gonna take Palma and do something a little bit crazy. I hope it works, but I'm gonna use a brush at first. If it doesn't work, I'll try to use my fingers. I'm gonna take Palma and pretty much brush it right at the bottom of my lower lashes. I'm gonna stop with the brush because, I don't know, something when I get close to it with my eye, it just starts burning. Okay, the blue is definitely showing up a lot more, but so is a ton of fallout, so let's take care of that. And I'm actually gonna bring it up into the black a bit, so that way it kind of looks like it kind of like drips down from the black to the bottom and becomes blue. Okay, so after applying the blue on my lower lash line, I went in with a peachy color and dusted a little bit right underneath to kind of help smooth it out more. All right, so I'm gonna butcher this next color, but I'm gonna go into Paquis Mass. Oh gosh, I know that's bad. I don't know how to pronounce them, but it's basically this pearly highlight color, and I'm gonna go around my tear duct. This is a very pretty color though, I'm not gonna lie. This would be, I think, a very nice highlighter as well. Okay, I'm gonna use some powder and try to get rid of some of this blue fallout, which is giving me kind of weird underbags. I also wanna try taking a little bit of that color that I cannot pronounce, but that basically the light highlighter color that I was using, and does just a slight bit on my brow bone. And I'm using like a very thin, defined flat brush. All right, so moving on, I'm gonna do a quick little wing liner and pop on some mascara and continue on. So I'll finish with the eyes. They turned out pretty decent, not gonna lie. Definitely very bold, but not as bad as I thought they would. So moving on to the next part, the highlighter. The collection came out with 2 different shades, Bathe and Soulmate. I got Bathe because I feel like although both colors are super stunning, Soulmate is more of a goldy tone, and then Bathe is like a pinky champagne tone. I feel like there is so many gold toned highlighters, which is not a bad thing because gold highlighters are stunning. They look good on every skin color and there's nothing wrong with them at all. But I feel like there's just so many, and I personally have a lot of gold undertone highlighters, so I wanted to get something that I don't have, like this champagne pink undertone. I think the color is stunning. I did see a lot of people, like when they were reviewing the collection, get scared of this color thinking it's too dark. I don't know why. I mean, I think it's pretty. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it looks dark at all. And I actually last weekend, I don't know, I was doing a client's makeup and she has a very fair skin, and I used this color on her and it looked good. Like it didn't look too dark, and I'm a little tanner, and considering that it looked good on her and me, I think it looks good on any shade. So I don't know with the whole like people getting scared of this color. I think it looks fine. I'm gonna apply it right at the highest point of my cheekbones. And one of the things off the bat that I noticed about this highlighter is that it has this almost creamy like texture, but it's not creamy. It's powder, obviously. So I think it's kind of like the in-between of creamy and powder, which feels so nice. It's like this almost, I think, silky feeling. That's the word to describe it. It is very, very stunning. It can, as you can see, I barely put any on my cheek, and my cheek looks like it's on fire. Like it is so glowy. A little goes a long way. So just beware. Don't like go crazy with your brush and then you're stuck like blending out. Like see, I just touched it twice. So it is a stunning highlighter. Yeah, it's, you will definitely get your money's worth out of this. This is worth $28. So it is priced like a decent high-end highlighter. I really like the peachy pinky undertone because I think it complements the blush and the bronzer so nicely because it blends in with that peachy color. It kind of looks like your skin is more naturally glowing instead of like an obvious, oh, she's wearing a highlighter. I don't know, but that's just me though. So moving on to the last product that I got, which was the lip gloss in the shade Brillo. I think if you would have like the universal lip gloss, I think this is the perfect description. It is the tiniest bit of shade, if not no shade at all, but it is covered in glitter specks, which I think is so stunning. Excuse the wand, I already used it, so it's a bit dirty. It is this beautiful champagne-y color with these gold specks in it. So the lip glosses retail for $17 and the matte liquid lipsticks retail for $18. I just think this color is just stunning, and you can use this with anything, like over the top looks or like every day. I just think you will definitely like, this is something like you would reach for way often than like something that's a little more not traditional. So I actually don't have anything on my lips except chapstick, so I wanted to show you how it looks like without any other additional help. But usually what I've been doing the last couple of days is just putting on some lip liner and chapstick and then lip gloss, and I'm out the door. So it was just very simple, looks elegant and natural. All right, so this is the finished look. I've tried everything that I've bought for the Dose of Colors I Love Sarai collection, which if I'm mispronouncing her name, I'm so sorry. So the palette, I think it is stunning. It is, I would say, a 90% success, and that is because there is, of course, fallout, which is not terrible. It's not like the end of the world, but I think for more high end, it's kind of like a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I think from drugstore, it's forgivable just because the price tag, you know, you pay like, you know, $10, then you're like, well, $10, what do you expect? But when it comes a little higher, you kind of start getting a little disappointed. It's like, I paid this much money for it. Why does it still feel like it is a drugstore? So, although not all of them are like that, but some are, which is strange. I could never understand why in a brand some are like that, some are not. Like, it should be the same consistency. But like I said, I'm not hating on it. It's not the worst thing. It's just a little sucky. And I say it's 90% success because on top of some of the fallout, the black is, I think, a complete failure because the color shows up, but the glitter is completely gone. As soon as you start moving it, not even like crazy, just like a tiny bit, the glitter just disappears right on your face. So I think that's like, if the color in the palette is like this glittery, gorgeous black, and the only thing is left is a matte black, I think that's pretty bad. But every other color, I love it. The mattes are stunning, and these two gold and champagne tones are beautiful. I would probably like, and the blue is also really nice too, besides like the crazy chalkiness. So I just would be wary about the fallout, and I would consider like, do I actually want it for what shade? Like, if you only want it for the blue shade, I mean, I don't know. It's a beautiful shade, but I don't know if it's worth it just for one color. The highlighter, I think, is a complete win and success. It is gorgeous. It is so crazy pigmented that you barely need any, and it's really, really glowy. So if like for the $28, which is high end, you definitely will get your money's worth because like I said, oops, you barely touch it and it's like bam. So a little bit and this will last a really long time for you. The lip gloss Brillo is absolutely stunning. As you can see, I think my lips are like glowing a mile away. So I think it is a win for sure. Definitely will be purchasing more in the future with new launches and releases. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to see future videos like these. Subscribe, and thank you guys so much. Bye! What color is this? I mean, excuse me. So far,